This is the Anthony Prezotto Show, the Salon Lifestyle Podcast. It doesn't matter if you're an industry veteran or fresh out of beauty school. We have interviews with experienced industry professionals, life and business hacks, and basic information designed to help you take not just your salon or chair, but your lifestyle to the next level and have your best year ever. Okay, Ryan, so tell our listeners how and why you created Timely.
Okay, Anthony. We've spent the last 12 years or so making booking systems like Timely. It's possibly not the most glamorous thing to talk about at a dinner party, but it is what it is. So prior to Timely in 2003, my co-founders and I started a business called Book It, which was a similar product but built for the tourism industry. And we worked on that over about a 7-year period before it was acquired by Trade Me in New Zealand, which at the time was owned by Fairfax, an Australian company. During that time, we were being approached quite regularly by other types of businesses like day spas and salons and clinics, asking if they could use Book It for their appointment bookings. And the answer there really was no. It was a system that had been built for the tourism industry, but I guess that's where a seed was sown with us in terms of the possible opportunity in that services space. So we had a look what was available on the market, and we saw two things really. We saw desktop-based systems that were either very expensive or very complicated to use, and we saw web-based systems which were cheap but weren't really robust enough for a business owner who's serious about their business to run their appointment schedules through. So we felt like there was a gap there. During that time, we had the emergence of the cloud, which is sort of a bit of a buzzword at the moment, but the emergence of the cloud really made it possible to deliver serious quality business systems via the web, and that was really the clincher for us. So we set out to build Timely and fill that gap for clinic and salon owners.
Fantastic. And talking about the cloud, which, like you said, is the latest buzzword out there, what makes a cloud-based system better than a desktop system?
So I certainly see the cloud as a bit of a buzzword. I mean, it's certainly nothing really groundbreaking. It's kind of been given a different name over the last 10 years, but there's a bit of mystique around it, and I think it's actually a really simple thing for most people to get their head around. All that's really happened is that the infrastructure that runs the internet has matured enough to a point where we can deliver software systems to business owners via the internet, and they can use them day to day in a browser. And when you do that, it opens up a whole lot of things that are really important and make those sorts of solutions better. And we're particularly interested in why they're better for the business owners, right? The people who run the salons.
Sure.
So there's a couple of things there. One is, for the salon owner, they don't have to worry about installing software. They don't have to worry about certain types of hardware that will run it inside the salon, and they don't have to do their backups. So that the software is backed up, the data is all backed up for them, and that lets them focus on doing what they enjoy doing and running other parts of their business, and not worrying about installing hardware and installing, new operating systems and that sort of thing. So it really simplifies the infrastructure side of things for the owner. And actually, it does more than that, right? So it does that same thing, but it does it for us as the software provider. So what it means is, as a software provider, we don't have to worry about the servers and infrastructure and all the backing up and those sorts of things as well. Those are done by our cloud partner, which is Microsoft. So Microsoft provide all of that infrastructure for us. We know we can rely on them to look after the data and the servers and provide really good uptime. And what that means is we can focus on making a better software product and understanding our customer and making sure we're delivering what they need. So those are probably two pretty overlooked, I guess, parts of the cloud, and why in particular small business owners are really benefiting from it as a way to run their business. And at the end of the day, cloud systems tend to be cheaper as well, because it's easier for us to deliver the software to you. The infrastructure costs are lower. We can pass on a lot of that cost saving to the business owners.
I must say that is one big attraction about the cloud-based system is there's no multiple $1,000 outlays to set up a system. And that makes it very affordable from a one-person salon to a multi-stylist salon. You've got tiered pricing there, so you're not investing thousands of dollars if you're a single person or a chair renter or something like that. In a software program, you can still get all the benefits of it.
That's right, and we're able to have quite flexible pricing as well. So, it really fits with, how much the software is being used. So we have a starting price of $19 a month for a salon or a business with a single staff member, and then it goes up from there depending on how many staff members or stylists you have using the software.
Now, am I right in saying that Timely can also be used on multiple location businesses?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So, again, because it's cloud-based, it means the data is all centralized. So if you have multiple salons in different places, through your account, you can see all of the data and appointments for all of those salons in one place, and you can pull together reporting and stuff, which, becomes a really powerful thing to look at trends and, the performance of the stylists and the behavior of your customers across the different locations.
Fantastic. Now, one of the things I get from talking with salon owners is a fear, because cloud-based systems are relatively new in their eyes. Technology in salon owners' eyes can be relatively new.
Yep. Completely.
Is their data, how safe is it? What happens if Timely disappears or the servers go down? Is their data backed up? Now, I know you said you partnered with Microsoft, so we have to assume there is some sort of security there that everything's not going to be lost. Yep, absolutely.
And I mean, that's a very common conversation that we've been having as a tech community over the past few years when it comes to the cloud. And I guess the way I look at it is, there's no 100% foolproof solution when it comes to data security, but who do we want looking after that stuff the most, right? So if we go back 10 years, what we asked business owners to do was to install software on computers that sat inside their premises and to look after them themselves. And there's a lot of risk that comes with that as well. I mean, there could be a fire, or somebody could knock it over, or power cut, or could cause a spike and blow the hard drive and things like that. So that was kind of where we started 10 years or so ago. And with the cloud, what we're able to do now is, we have, like I say, Microsoft, who we partner with. They have teams of people that look after a bunch of services that run around the clock. They have generators for when the power goes out. They have air-conditioned data centers where the servers run, and they have systems and processes and a lot of infrastructure to look after that stuff. And I guess I personally take a pretty simplistic view of it. Who would you rather have looking after the data? And I think I'd rather trust it with those guys. So I think the cloud is certainly a big step forward for small business owners in terms of that sort of thing.
Yes, most definitely, and that's great to know. You brought up a point there that I started my journey into looking at cloud-based systems.
Sure.
Was I had my salon broken into and my computer stolen.
Oh no!
And so with that went all my client data.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what prompted me to start looking for something that was secure. And now I run off an iPad, which means I can take my appointment book with me anywhere I want to be.
Yep.
And I know I'm never, ever going to lose that information again, which is, for when you've got a lot of clients, there's your client history, everything's there and it's gone, and you're stuck with a desktop system.
Yep, absolutely. And with Timely, you really can have the best of both worlds as well, because what we provide is a way for you to download the data yourself whenever you like as well. So we're very conscious that people are data and security and privacy conscious, and they like to have their own backups as well. So through Timely and the reporting system, you can pull down all of your appointment data, all of your customer data, and store that away in a file somewhere as well, as an extra backup.
Fantastic. Now, if I'm a salon and I run a desktop system, how hard is it for me to change over to Timely?
It can vary. We have put a lot of effort into making that as simple as possible. So a lot of the existing systems on the market, we support their file formats. So if you can export that data from your existing system, then we can import that. And when I'm talking about data, I mean primarily the customer records and their appointment history. So those are really the two big pieces that we focus on. And the way we do that is you have a couple of different options. So we've made it so that the owners, if they're confident, they can do everything themselves. So you can create your account, you can grab that data from your own system and import it into Timely. But more often than not, the salon owner will want some help with that. So we have a really fantastic support team. We have 24-hour support. We have a team in New Zealand and one in the UK, so we cover around the clock. And their job is just to make that stuff as easy as possible. So if you get stuck, we're happy to jump in and help you work out how to get that data moved across.
Fantastic. Now, that seems like Timely covers all the bases. So what's left in the future?
So, a software system like Timely is never really finished. We've been working on it for a few years now, and it's certainly becoming a very mature product. But we take a very community-driven focus to the features of the software. And what we're hearing from our customers is lots and lots of pretty cool ideas for the product. So we have a roadmap that we've published on our website where you can go and see what we're planning for the next 6 months. And we definitely listen to that feedback that we get as well from our users. So we have a bunch of features that are coming up that we're excited about. We're just releasing support for thermal receipt printing, so you can print nice tidy little receipts over the counter. We have loyalty points programs, gift vouchers, wages support. We have a bunch of features that we're working hard on to get into the product. And like I say, it will never end. We'll be here in 5 years and we'll still be adding features. So there's certainly no end.
Fantastic. It sounds like some really exciting stuff happening. So for all our listeners, I'm going to put in the show notes a link to Timely so they can go and check it out for themselves. And you believe you offer a free trial so people can go in and have a look without a big commitment?
That's right. Yep. So there's a 30-day free trial. Jump in. You can see all of the features of the software. Make sure that it's the right fit for you. And during that process, like I said, you'll get amazing support as well. So whenever you need help, just flick us a question and you'll get fast answers.
Fantastic. Okay, Ryan, thank you very much for talking to us today, and hopefully we'll hear some more from Timely soon.
Awesome, Anthony. Hey, thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Bye.
Cheers.